Gonna enter Kevin Spacey over here. Alright, so you clicked on this video. Goddamn, son. You know what that means. Time for me to show you how to fucking do pre-edits like a baller. Clearly, y'all don't know what the fuck's going on, maybe. Alrighty. Somewhere around here. Where's the darn rocket launcher? Where darn be the darn rocket launcher? Ah, yes. There we go. So, now that I've successfully managed to bore you to death with me not doing anything in the last couple seconds, because you know I ain't ever gonna edit this shit. Why would I ever do that? A little box fighting arena and shit. Alright. So, as it goes, there's many different ways to do pre-edits. I'll start really simple. Doing this edit to your floors, and then if you're really crazy, and since we're just gonna get through with it, do that edit to your thing. And you sort of get where I'm going here. It's because I can do this stuff. Or, as it goes, I would put a floor and I get a ramp on top of that, and then I don't really have to do much when it comes to protecting myself. And it's super easy to protect yourself because what the guy's shooting at is going to be like this. Instead of doing this, which you probably mess up every once in a while, you just, yeah. As you can tell, I'm a pro builder at this game, clearly, with all this fucking wonderful goddamn fucking building that I'm doing right now. I haven't practiced my fucking builds in a while. I've been doing this pre-edit stuff. But as you get, what you're avoiding with doing the pre-edits is ever having to fucking edit. That's all you gotta do. Pre-edits means you don't gotta edit. So I can not have to worry about doing this 10,000 times because I get stuck on my builds. This is the problem. Problem, people, right here is you get stuck on your builds. What do I do now? Well, I have to edit to get out. Ah, man. That sucks. All that kind of stuff. With pre-edits, if you do that one in particular, you can at least go up and you'll always have like a spot to run away through. The reason why the hole is there is so you can go through it. As it does say, it is a man's duty when he sees a hole to go through. Alright, so now that I've explained the most basic of all basics, I'm going to show another simple one. So we're going to stay with this. We're going to do that instead of our cone. And then for our walls, we're going to put a door. Easy peasy. And now, I'm literally just spamming. Obviously this is not working too well. And I am not worrying, like, at all. I'm literally, like, you can hear my controller as I'm doing this. I'm doing, like, all this kind of stuff. And then, what the person's seeing whenever this is all happening is you building this. So, you're just spamming and moving forward, and then boom, they have to shoot through all that. Well, that's fucking wonderful and all that. That's so cool. Well, as you can see, there was a little problem right there. Is that whenever I was encountering a door, I had this little space that's a little hard to get through if you're just running through it. So, might as well make that a ramp. Well, if you're spamming all that kind of stuff, it's sort of it gets a little hard to make them ramps every time. The bonus about having a cone is that it acts completely differently to a ramp, in a sense that if you have like a wall behind you, if you try and put a ramp, you have to do that and do like the scissor technique and all that kind of stuff. But the fun thing about a cone is that it'll like, it has a little bit of extra reach in a sense. So if I tried to do that same thing except with the ramp, I guess it's possible. But anyways, what I'm really getting to is, fuck this little off-centered thing, make this your ramp. Boom, bang, biddly bop. Now you got this. And this is just 3 buttons. Well, now you have 2 different ramps. Boo, bang, biddly bop. You can do whatever ramps you want, really. Oh, shizzle. I connected to some random thing up here. This ain't looking too good to us. Try and disconnect this real fast. Boom, bang, biddly bop. Damn, that was a good shot right there. Alright, so now we're getting at it. Now we're getting to the real message. The real message right here. So as I was just saying, you have 2 ramps. You have your regular and you have your thing. And your cone ramp, or whatever the fuck you guys want to call it. Straight ramp? I don't know. But as it goes, they sort of act completely differently. There's like some small differences between a cone, a regular ramp, and a cone ramp. Is that cone ramps, you can do this. Back and forth. Let me give you guys a slow motion replay. I move back and I'm like, ooh. And I do that. Now let's see if I try and do it with the regular thing. Oh, it doesn't work. Move back on it? What? What? This shit doesn't work. Yep, Fortnite's broken. You can do this and move it back. Boom. Easy peasy. But for some reason, ramps can't do that. Regular ramps can't do it. So, as I'm saying, cones as ramps are just superior. Just in general. I can do this. No, excuse me, I can do that. Look how awesome that is. Alright, now that I've convinced you how much better cones are than ramps, now I'm going to tell you what you can do with these, if you're doing pre-edits, of course. Well, you got like a couple options. You got this, boring. If you're trying to like protect yourself from the front, it's like half your thing. You're always going to have to be like slide to the right. Well, what if you place it like this and you're just dead? So I prefer not to do that. This is pretty alright. There's a couple of different things you can do with it. If you have like a window right here, you can shoot through. Same thing, you can shoot through this window. Keeps your box relatively open if you just have regular stuff. So you can have all this free space to move around. You're not really worried about hitting your head or anything. You can jump up, you can get out of this. You can jump back onto the ramp really easily. The problem with this one in particular is that it's just hard to maneuver. I mean, if you like doing 90s like this, perfect. This could be the strat for you. This could be the strat for you. But, in my personal opinion, it's either between that or doing my things like this. Because with this, if you have like all your doors and whatnot, like put this floor down, you can sort of, if you have a roof above you, you can still jump down into this thing. Doing a great job showing you guys how to do that. All of a sudden you have all these free angles and whatnot. So let's say that we have these windows open, You have this door, you can still move around. A lot of the same bonuses and all that kind of stuff, except you get this extra little overhang, and then you sort of get a second story inside your 1x1. You get like the lower and the top, and this one's all blocked off. As you can see, there's a little bit of extra little lip right here. It might make your enemies scared and stuff. You're like, oh yeah, dude, this is scary, spooky scary. And then if you have like a window right here, you're completely covered for the most part. Someone else trying to shoot into you while you're doing this, it's going to be very difficult. Meanwhile, as long as you're keeping your eyes open and whatnot, keeping all these things closed, you get a ton of different extra options that you can use properly. So I like to have my ramps like this. Also, you can be like, oh shit, someone's shooting me, and then boom, bang, biddly bop, you're back to regular with a simple reset. Just boop, boop, boop. Easy fucking peasy. And I'll give you guys a basic rundown of why this is so fucking awesome. Is instead of having to edit or anything like that, you literally just have to reset pieces. So, say I have a window and a door. This is my classic setup. I'll give you guys a basic rundown. Yep. Just gonna put these down real fast. So what I like to do is I like to have my windows and my doors. And if I'm worried about this, I have all these options behind me. I got this little thing I can shoot out of, a little hard to hit. This is completely covered, so these doors and windows are completely safe. This is pretty open right here, or this is closed, so if you're on your second story, you're pretty much safe from every angle as it goes, besides for this one. And this is a great way to do it. But if you let's say you're worried about some guy on this side, and you're like, bop, 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 and then you just reset. And then you can do that. Now, if you're a kind of guy that edits and whatnot, and you're editing a lot, pretty much the person is going to be seeing this on the other side. But if you have like pre-edits and whatnot, you could be already behind this. This window's already open. You could already be shooting through it. You're pretty much wasting time by editing. If it's already open, you can just go pop, 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 or you'd be like, oh shit, it's already open, pop, 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 and they're dead. Just eliminate the need to edit whatsoever. Alright. So, it's all about that reset gang, as those say. So you have like all these different options, and yeah, the only real big thing is that a person isn't going to be trapped inside your thing that well unless you manage to like reset the walls. If they're in your box and like all the walls are yours, they're going to be able to escape. The main problem with a lot of this kind of stuff is that you are open with all these windows and whatnot being a thing. Like, people can still shoot at you. If you can see them, they can see you. One of the basic rules. But as long as you follow the main rule number 1, never stop moving, you should be able to survive pretty easily. Alright. So, now we're getting worked up. We know what our walls are for my setup. Our cones are that. Ramps are this. Well, what do we do about floors? So I already showed you guys this method where you have one in front of you, and you can just sort of jump through and run through all this kind of stuff, and bing bang bop. Someone looking at you is going to be seeing this. This is a good example right here. You just got 6 layers as you're going. If you get real crazy, you can get even more. You can get 1 ramp under you while you're doing it. Get like a 7-layer ramp going. And it really isn't that hard. It's literally just spamming. So really difficult to shoot at you, easy to fucking spam. Your building looks pretty impressive, at least to a casual observer. But for me, that's like the easiest ramp rush is a spam ramp rush. Super easy to do. For me personally, though, I like to keep this window going, so I have it diagonal. So I have a top and a bottom right corner thing. Or top and a bottom right. So I'll try to explain this the best way I can. We're gonna set this back to regular. So let's say you're doing like the spam ramp rush, and you're like, oh yeah, dude, I'm fucking killing it. The guy in front of me has no idea that I'm about to hit him with it. Even though I don't know how to aim, I just know how to press buttons really fast. Oh yeah, dude, this is some fucking high quality, high skill gameplay right here. And then all of a sudden, let's say they have height on you. You're like, oh shit, dude, what do I do? Well, they can shoot right at you. That's like a straight, clear line of sight right there. They can shoot all the way down that ramp. Works both ways. It doesn't work on this side in particular. But, I mean, like, you can really... This is like... And that's like the main problem with having floors like this. While it is super fast, and I'm sure that if you get super good at doing pre-edits, you can set your pre-edit, and then you can set your pre-edit really fast, and then just do that really freaking quickly. But for me, who doesn't really like editing whatsoever, or editing my pre-edits, I like to have it like this. Which, there is a slight nerf when it comes to this kind of stuff, is that whenever you're doing this, you sort of have to like crouch walk, which is slower. Oof, I messed up. So there's no way to run through this, unless you're like, if you like barely clip the edge, you can run through it. But there's no way to really run through it unless you're like super good at this game or some shit like that. Again, these are ramp rushes, so just remember that you don't have to do this. So, if I was to try and do this, I would have to be like, which, if you're not trying to go for like height, like if you're not a high ground warrior, it's perfect for you. Because, if you think about it, a person trying to shoot you through all that kind of stuff, it's super hard. The angle's like way off. They have to be like right here to be able to shoot through all this kind of stuff. But if they're like standing, they can't do it. They have to shoot through this, and shoot through that, and all this kind of other stuff. So it just makes the angle harder to hit. Yeah, that's the main thing, is you're just trying to create a very difficult angle to get not hit by. You just don't want to get hit, ever. Rule number fucking 2, don't die. Rule number 1, never stop moving. Rule number 2, don't die. Rule number 3, get loot before your enemies. Alright. So as we're explaining that, well, how do we avoid that? Well, here's where my little ramp thing comes in. So if you have like a ramp, and you have your thing right there, you can just run up, jump, or, excuse me, you just run up, and jump. Oof. This is how you spam all this kind of stuff. Oof. What the hell am I doing? Alright, this is a great explanation of how this is run. Alright. So, I forgot to mention the hard truth. Oh yeah, I'll just finish what I was doing. Yeah, so pretty much the only way to do this one is that you, if you want to try and run through it, is you go up, you just spam whatever the hell you got, do this, run up, and jump. And I'll try and give a better explanation, as some Fortnite players will want to see. Alright, so pretty much floor, ramp, wall, floor, cone. Floor, wall, ramp, floor, cone, whatever the hell. You just want to get, preferably you want to get the cone on top. It doesn't really matter. But that's like the hardcore way to do it if you wanted to do it perfectly. Do this. Do dun dun. Yeah, it's like a two-part system. Floor wall crone, and all that kind of stuff. Alright. Yeah. Now that I've explained that, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty details. Alright. So as it goes, we're going to go over to the sick-ass 1v1 area. Box fight. What a useful point of time. Alright. Do this. This is all my personal preference, by the way. You guys don't have to use my edits. This is just my Matt Cain special, you know? It's the kind of edits I like to use. Alright. Let's do this real fast. Can I put floors down right here? Dang, I can't. Alright, so clearly I'm super special. Alright. Boop. Alright, boop, boop. And then this. Yes. Alright, you guys, you'll see eventually what I'm trying to do. Alright. Alright. So, hardcore thing. So, as you're looking at all three of these walls, you'll be like, alright, what's the difference? So I'll stand here. It's like, oh yeah, what's the difference between these three walls? Not saying it's like, oh yeah, the fucking easy one. It's like, these are all different materials, Dumbo. No, the real difference is the size of the windows. You're like, whoa, what the fuck does that mean? Well, I'll show you what it means. Alright. Alright. So as it goes, this window can't really run through. Can't really do any of that kind of stuff regularly. But you can do this, and you can crouch through this one. And you're like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Super easy to do. That's like easier said than done. Alright, let's do it with the brick. Oop. Too small. You can't walk through it. Big struggle. There is a difference. Alright, well, let's go see if it's the same with the metal. Bump, 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 bump. And too small. Well, what's a boy to do? Could I change the material or anything? Oop. Oop. Is that the secret? Doesn't seem to be the secret on that one. Oh, no. We're gonna find out if there's any way to get through this window. Absolutely no way. Yep. So, as it says, wood is better. This is like the nitty-gritty in the sense of you're trying to get through a window, wood is better. Well, what other ways can we get through these windows? All these things. See, if we're doing that, we can easily get through like this. If we're doing this window, you can just can't walk through it. And this one, you do it if you're doing this. Pretty easy. I think the same thing works for all the windows over here. This one you can't really walk through. this one, you still can't walk through because, you know, the thing. So let's say, okay, what's the secret to walking through the windows? Well, you can walk through the windows like that. It's just a side window. This is gonna sound like a lot of fucking like annoying ass shit, but if you have like a door and a window, these two you can't pass through, so it's like a little fault. See, if you have two double windows, start over here. Can't crouch through, can't crouch through. Still move through on both sides on that one. Alright. Do this one. Still move through. And you can still move through. Maybe I should have started with just this, because this is like way easier to understand. It's like, oh yeah, you can walk through. Okay, you can walk through on that one. You can walk through on this one. This is just so, I'm just doing this so you guys don't got to. Alright. Well, what other things can we do? Got this, super easy. Got this, super easy. You can get through. Say if you wanted to make your pre-edit. If you want to make your pre-edit a corner, I don't recommend it. I would do this at least if you're doing that, because if you have a corner piece, the only way to really do a pre-edit on a corner piece is like this. Which, if you're trying to, you can go like fucking just clean them up like that. Makes you hard to hit. There's a lot of different strategy behind each different piece. We'll get into it in a second. But as it goes, I'm just gonna go back to our standard model. Alright, so as it goes, you have all those. If you're getting real crazy, you can do this one. Boop. If you're getting super crazy, you can do this one. Boop. If you're just absolutely insane, you can, yeah, this is the absolutely insane one. You don't want to do that one. We've got that one going on. Boop, boop. Door. These things don't really keep you covered. So the whole point of all this kind of stuff, all the walls in particular, is that you're going to be surrounding yourself. You're going to be going through like that. Alright. Fucking, I'm getting off track. Alright. So now I've shown you all this kind of stuff. Can't really walk through those windows unless it's like perfect. All kind of stuff. If it's like a regular window, you can walk through it. So now we're going to show you like a little bit of the movement hacks that you can do around this kind of stuff. Alright, so I've shown you all the fucking things you can do with the cones. So now I'm going to show you the things you can do with these. Alright, we're just going to do this real fast. Alright, so let's say we have a window in front of us right here. You have it going backwards, can't move through it. Can't move through it. Move this one. Nope. This one, nope. Well, if you do this, it will occasionally let you through. Will it work on the wood? I don't know, will it? Oh shit. Well damn, homie. Get that door on there. Oh, what was that? Once you have that door and a wall and a thing, you can move through this by crouching? What? It's like a slight thing that they missed out on. What? So as I was saying, these things are like lifesavers. This is the only way you can move through this. Like that. You're like, of all the windows and all that kind of stuff. So, in summary, if you have one of these things, and it's up against a window like so, you can run through it easily. And then, if you have one of these, excuse me, I'm super smart. You can run through the windows. But if it's a window and a wall, only then can you go through, or what the fuck am I talking about? Alright, this is the reason why I use this thing, because you can move through the windows. Windows are the most important thing if you're going to follow Matthew Kane's rule number 1, never stop moving. So, in summary, the reason why I keep my wall pre-edits like that is because of this one little movement tick. Alright, so we got that little movement tick out of the way. I think I also forgot something. Again, I may edit this, I may not. If you're watching this, sucks to be you, dude. This is a lot of good information that someone else is gonna have to make a good video and take all the credit for. So as it goes, yeah, you can also do this kind of stuff. Can't really move through it like this. It's pretty hard. Let's see if I was just doing the window. Is that perfect? Yeah. It's hard to move through this. It's just the window. You sort of gotta like twist through it. You gotta like sort of like look to the right. Or to the left, that is, to get through that. Let's see. Yeah. That's about as much as I'm gonna get into the walls. Oh yeah, I forgot the number 1 thing what I was about to say. There's other movement hacks you can do to cheat yourself through these walls. So, as we are getting into it, I'm a little disappointed in myself right there. That's a little punishment for myself. Fuck. Alright. Alright, so the reason why I use these in particular, because doing the spam ramp and whatnot is wonderful, but whenever you put a cone on these things and you're surrounded by these kinds of walls, generally you can't run through the window, but if you have this little cross section you get from your floor, you can do that. You can just crawl through it, because it's like a little lip that you can like crawl over. Otherwise, if you don't have the lip, you can't do it, or at least you gotta like do something. So let's see if I'm gonna change the material real fast. Show y'all this one. Still can't get through, because don't you just love the sweet, sweet awesomeness of ramps and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. But as I was saying, if you don't have this floor right here, if you don't have that little thing, you're gonna be stuck in here. So that's why I have it like edited to the corner. But if we wanted to, you can do this, and you still can't get through. It's like one of the only ways. It's like a little extra little movement tip if you're trying to get real freaky with your build and whatnot, with your pre-edits. But as I was saying, like, that's sort of the reason why I have it like this, because it just gives me a little bit of an extra movement option for these windows right here. Keeps me free. Keeps me going. Okay, everything's perfect. Now we're going to destroy all these builds, and we're going to get into some more freaky deaky stuff. Yeah, could have gotten a better rocket launcher. I know what you're thinking. Oof. Matthew, just shoot it. That's annoying. That's annoying. Alright. So that's the reason why I use the things that I use, is because if I have the door and wall, specifically a wooden door and window, that keeps me free. I get 2 windows of opportunity. Haha, I get a hole right here, hole right here. I can leave this hole if I need to. I can enter over here. Got this. Bam. Bop. Bang, bang. Got all these options. Do this. I can jump up here, shoot like that. If I want to, I can come back up here. If I'm really feeling wild, I can shoot through this hole. Doesn't work. I've tried many a time. It doesn't work. Shoot through that hole if I'm up here. If I want, I can jump up here. Maybe clean that up if I wanted to. Do real fancy stuff. Have my opponents try and hit really hard angles if I can just shoot at them. I can just walk up to this thing. Boop. Straight over. Just peek my head a little bit. A lot of different things. And just a simple 1x1, you've like weaponized every single wall. So that like, if someone's inside of this, they could come out of like 6 different spots. If they put another one, you could shoot through it over here. There's a lot of different things you can do with this. And if you want, if you're a person that likes movement and stuff, then you don't like really editing, or let's say that you really do like editing and all that kind of stuff, the edits that you can do on this thing is pretty freaking easy. You turn your floor into 2 different things you can edit. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can use it as cover. You can say like, oh, there's a dude right there. Bang. Look how much area that clears up. Like, they're probably not going to be over there. They're probably not going to be over there. You still got a lot of cover on this side. I would even argue that you have more cover than if it was just a triangle at the edge. Since you got all this like overhang. So this is still covered. If they're down there, you can do that, and then you get all this edge cover right here. Bang. Right there. Boom, bang, bop. They're already gone. So you got another one of these on top of it. You're like, oh hell yeah, dude. Now you have even more cover. You got a lot more movement around. You can go, oh yeah, dude. Clean it up. Clean it up. Oh, they're over there. Open that up. Bang. Bop. Do that. You can go like under again. Boop. Clean that up. All that kind of stuff. You have a lot more options when it comes to it. You have, like, when I say a lot more options, I mean, you've always had these options, but it's sort of just like, it frees you up so you don't have to like set it so it's like, oh, like this. That's the way I want it. You don't have to set up your walls. Person that's like seeing all this stuff goes up. After it goes up once, there's a window right there. It's like you still can't really shoot through it, but now it's just there. And then if you're like running around, you're like, oh, these are all my builds and whatnot. You're like, oh, you're just waiting for him to cross that angle. He's from over there. He's moving to the left. You're just like over here. And you're like, bang, 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 bang. All of a sudden, he's dead. He doesn't know what the fuck just happened. He didn't see anything. He's freaking out. He thought he saw a ghost or some shit. Meanwhile, you're over here doing wild shit. You're like fucking pre-editing, and you're like fucking showing people what the fuck's up. Like, bam, what's up, bitch? What's good, bitch? You're like, oh, see that? Oh, bam! All of a sudden, oh, follow up. You ain't ready for it. All of a sudden, you're like fucking freaking him out. He's like, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And that's the whole point of pre-edit. So you're like, if they can't follow you, you're fucked, dude. That's why you gotta keep moving. And I'll get you a little secret. The trick to this shit is being sneaky beaky. Because if you got like people with visualized hearing and stuff, or anything like that, or really good headphones, maybe they're just a good player and whatnot. If you're walking around and you're like doing all this kind of stuff, they know exactly where you are, homie. They know exactly where you are. So, if you're just crouch walking through all this kind of stuff, name of the game isn't speed, my dude. It's like, you can be the fastest fucking player alive, but the person's like crouching around and whatnot, just claiming up all this real estate. It's free real estate, by the way. Claiming up all this real estate. All of a sudden, they're like fucking moving around, fucking open all this kind of stuff. They're tunneling, fucking. There's no way you could shoot this. Look at this. This is fucking insane, homie. And then all of a sudden, boom. They just got hit with the spam maze. All of that is yours. Every single wall, every single floor. You can move around in this stuff. Of course, don't do that. You can go around. fun thing, visualized hearing doesn't show you where the door is opened. So if a door does get opened, or closed, or anything like that, it doesn't show you where. So all this hearing stuff doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, you know how to move through this stuff. You can, like, go around, you can go up and down. You can edit all these walls. Everything's yours, by the way. I mean, shit. You can throw open a couple of doors. Throw open that door too. Anytime you open a door, it makes it harder to move around. They're gonna get stuck. Look at this. They have to close that door, close this door, open this door, close that door, open this door, close that door, just to move around. People haven't seen this stuff. They're dead, homie. But also, another beautiful thing about this is that you can set up beautiful angles. I'm talking like hallways and shit. You can be like, oh yeah, dude, this whole hallway is mine. Anyone walks through that area, bing bang, bing bop bop, they're fucking dead. Bing bang, they're fucking dead, honey. I'm talking like, oh shit, let's open that up. What do we got over here? Ooh, that's a nice angle. That angle goes straight through. Holy fuck. It's hardcore. Now, here's the problem. Eventually, a lot of people are going to start doing this. I'm assuming, because pre-edits are the way. They are the next stage in Fortnite. Fucking choking on my words right there. I'd laugh my ass off. No one likes pre-edits. They think they're all funny. They'd rather the classic stuff. But as it goes, all this shit's yours. You can move around it as you'd like. You're fucking completely free. You got all that free real estate, just getting wild. And now we're gonna get to fucking all this kind of stuff. Again, like, I can like really explain all the fucking how you can move through this, but if you remember rule number 1, never stop moving. Doesn't matter how fast you go, just don't stop moving. If you're just running through this stuff, you can like, oh, let's say it showed up like, bow. You're like, pow. They didn't expect it. You have all this free real estate over here. Boom. They're trying to fight you and stuff. They're in that box. Fuck you, homie. It's my box. Say you're like right here. You're like, bow. Bow. Yeah. All this kind of stuff. Well, now that we've slayed all that stuff, we go back over here. Now, I get to show you the fun part. What you can do with it. So, if I was just starting off, before I go into my crazy stuff, I would change your ramps to the cone, change your floor to this. This is like a good start off. Change your, let's see, change your ramp. Let's just keep your ramp regular. Just same old ramp. You have a ramp and you got a ramp. Alright? You got 2 ramps. You have this sick floor. And then for your wall, just have a door right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright. Now here's what you can do with that. This is just me spamming and shit. This is like the cheesiest spam ramp. You gotta realize that everyone on this side of you, everyone over here, they will be able to shoot you and kill you really easily. Everyone on this side, I'll try and show you. Ain't no way they're hitting. If you're running up like this, they have to get like this weird angle right here to hit you. All this shit's happening way too fast. So, in a sense, if you do see someone, you want them to be to your right. So while you're doing all this stuff, they're over there. Say that's the mountain over there that they are at. You're over here. You're keeping them sort of in your sight lines. You're keeping that mountain over there. Or if you're going towards them, you're trying to keep those doors pumping. Because it's going to be harder for them to shoot you if you're doing that. Or you can like come around, spam to your right. They're having a hard time. I'm literally just spamming. This is like me not even trying. they're not gonna be able to hit you. Oop. R.I.P. my life. And it looks pretty damn impressive. You're doing a 6-layer ramp as you're just spamming your heart out. You're not really hitting anything, so you're still doing pretty fast. You're still going pretty fast as you're going up and down this thing. Like, all this is just easy money as you're going up. So, since now you have both of your things as ramps, I would just start practicing doing, using your cones as ramps instead of using your ramps as ramps. So I don't know a good way to say that, but if you just keep on doing that, you should be good. So, say you're in a fight, and you're like, oh shit, I'm fucked. They're fucking me up right now. Just run. See that hole? Alright, you see this hole right here? This whole giant asshole? Anytime someone's in your box, I'm telling you this right now. See this hole? You jump down that hole. Holes are there for jumping. If someone's about to fuck you up, you just jump through your hole. Alright? Of course, don't do it at like super high heights because you will die. But if you remember Matthew Kane's rule, ultimate rules, rule number 2 is no matter what you do, don't die. So it doesn't really matter. If you're smart, you won't die. You can combo this with like 90s and stuff. Do anything really. When you talk about retakes, dude, this shit's. I'm seeing I'm not really getting caught on much shit. Like if I was having to edit all this kind of stuff, I'd be way the fuck slower. The best part about the pre-edit system is that it keeps you moving, man. And if you remember rule number 1, never stop moving. As long as you're fucking killing it, no one cares. As long as you are killing it, dummy. So as it goes, just remember, you're doing all these pre-edits and whatnot. This is what the opponent's going up against. Just this monster. Look at that. This monster of a builder. You don't even have to be that good, bro. It's the cheapest technique ever. So that's the way I would start if you're just doing that kind of stuff. And if you're a right-handed player or something like that, or you like going right rotation, you can change all this stuff up. If you're left-handed, I don't know if that really applies. If you play switch, that still doesn't work. If you're a switch hitter, you could do it on the opposite angle. If you're fast at doing pre-edits and whatnot, you can set this up, and then all of a sudden you can rotate, and then flip your wall if you're really fast by rotating it, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're doing 2. See if I can do it. Boop. Boop. Yeah. If you're like, depending on which side your enemy is at, you can switch that up and get really fancy with it. Again, just food for thought. But we're gonna get into the way I play. Because, yeah. Now that I've taught you the glorious spam ramp, look at that. Look at that spam. Look at this spam. Try shooting through that, dude. That's fucking. You can do it. It's gonna be hard though. We're gonna get to some advanced stuff. The way I would do it. I like doing this. If you're not a big fan of doors, but you like windows, you could do double, or you can do a middle. I don't particularly like middle because generally, whenever you're in a fight, you're in the middle of whatever you're at. You're in the middle of whatever box you're in. So whoever's fucking with you and shit. The middle is always open. Like you pretty much just don't have a wall. Just in general. Like you just don't have a wall there. if you have like a window over here, you still have like all this protection over here. Pretty much, if you're right next to a wall, you're pretty much good. No one can really shoot you through this wall. I mean, still open all the way over here. You also got to think that it's going to be the same for every single wall. So you're protected, and say that they're like moving around this corner and all that kind of stuff. As long as you're right here, you just have to move up and then all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different strategies to get into for each different type of wall. If you like doubles, you do offer yourself the ability to run through at any moment from whatever side you're going, whatever side you're at. So if you're like over here, you can always leave on both sides, easy peasy. And then the back side, you're a little messed up. But for me personally, from a professional pre-editor, this is the way to go. One, because as I've explained earlier, there's cheap methods to get through this window. This window, particularly for wooden wall door or window door. If you have this beautiful setup right here, and you have a cone down, you're still free to move through the window because of this little tech right here. Again, it keeps you a little bit open, a little more opportunities, and you get a wall for everything, or a door for everything, so you can be like, oh yeah dude, door. Yeah, and then keep my floors as it goes. Do that. I do that because I like the ability to do all this kind of stuff, but also keeping me a little bit more free, and it gets my window tech going. So it's not perfect, but you can do that. And then I make my ramps all cones and whatnot because it's super easy to flip a cone. Like, it's super easy. Like, look how easy this is. Now, if you're going up against like a ramp and whatnot, you gotta like perfectly match up with these little middle things to flip it, or you can do that and all kind of stuff. And honestly, it's a lot of effort and a lot of work for something that's could be streamlined, and then I'll never have to edit a ramp ever again. Because like nothing's worse than like flipping a ramp and then all of a sudden you got half a ramp. You're like, ah, shit, honey. Like, sometimes it's useful. So if they're trying to shoot you and all that kind of stuff, you got this little extra lip, but it's not worth it. So, I prefer these. I love my little cone ramps. And then I pre-edit my stairs like this because what's better than having this wild ass edit on your stairs? And then let's see, I'll show you guys some basic stuff. You can do like a triple ramp and then do that same thing. Flip it around. A lot of different things you can do with it. If you wanted to do like as a way to, I don't know, if you wanted to do let's see, sorry, doing all this weird stuff. If you wanted to do a quad ramp, or like a 4-layer ramp, if you do it with the pre-edits, you can still do it with the pre-edits. Like, pretty much every building technique that you have, you can do with pre-edits, except for like a couple of them. like really fancy ones if you want to get crazy, like doing this, and then some people like to build 2 walls up, put a cone on top of it. You can't really put a cone on top of it, you can only put it on this layer. There's a couple of small techniques that you can't really do. Like basic edits. In a sense, everything is a pre-edit if you're just like doing it vanilla. If you're playing vanilla, then you have to edit everything. If you're doing pre-edits, you still have to edit shit, but it's going to be a little bit smoother. Alright, so what we were doing right there was floor ramp wall. There. Boop, 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 boop. You do this. Like, everything still works if you're doing, like, ramp rushes and all that kind of stuff. And it keeps, like, stuff a little bit more open. You get a little bit more options going on down here. You want to jump up, fuck some kid up. Like, bam, bow, bing, bang, bop. They got all these, like, weird angles that they gotta mess with. There's a lot of different things you can do with these pre-edits. Depends on, like, the kind of player that you are. And it's looks a lot more wonky, but if I just like flattened all this kind of stuff out, it'll make a lot more sense. Like, it's still the same as this, except it looks freaking wild. Like, it just looks intimidating. This is very clean. If you're like a clean player and you like to do clean plays, like, maybe pre-edits aren't for you. Like, if you like to fucking do 90s, pull up and do crazy techniques where you're double editing as you're going up, and all of a sudden, like, you accidentally flicked on a kid from like 3,000 meters away with your shotgun after you just jumped off and then caught yourself, and doing like Tfue classics, and you're like doing all that kind of stuff. Maybe like pre-edits aren't for you. Like, that just fucked me up because of my little corner edit. Doing Tfue classics is hard, man. So maybe it's not for you on that aspect. But as it does go, it could make you a better player. All these different things. Generally, the idea I get from a lot of people that fight me, or 1v1 me in the sense, is they completely lose track of where I am. Because whenever I start, like, doing all this kind of stuff, I'm doing, like, double ramps and all this kind of stuff, they can't really follow me, or if they get lost in my builds. At this point, I'm completely set up. I have so many angles, it's absurd. I can open up this door, pop a kid like this, if I want to close like that, go like that, pop open this guy, what's going on over here now, freaking people out. Open up this door, because I'm just freaky like that, pop that guy, let's see if he's like, oh, he's right there, go around like this. They want to kill this guy that's in this box. He's gonna have some trouble because he's trying to do my thing. He's trying to get through this corner or some shit like that. When in reality, what it's gonna look like for him is like he just got stuck. If you don't know how to like crouch immediately whenever he hits that corner, he's gonna get stuck. Like, it still blocks people. Like, it's just gonna be a lot harder for them to react to that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can do. They're stuck on that thing, and all of a sudden you're like, BAM! And they're dead. You already closed it off for them. Now you have all these extra angles down here. Everything's about angles. Say there's a kid over there. You like crouch around, bah. Keep your head protected. What are they gonna do? Shoot at you? God. Look at that angle right there. Look at that angle. You just mess around with kids. Say you wanted to tunnel. I think I showed you guys all this kind of stuff, one of my weird build techniques. Alright. crouch walking, of course, is the way to go. If you wanted to, you can like go like stand and crouch and then stand and then crouch and then stand and then crouch and then stand and do all that kind of stuff. So you can go a lot faster through this kind of stuff. But like you just did all that. Say that now your opponent is looking at that behemoth of a machine. I'm gonna have to crank up so you guys can see the top of it. Allow me to crank real fast. Crank those 90s. Y'all ever seen 180s cranked like this before? I know, it's getting wild. Try and get a little fancy with it. Oh shit. I got stuck. My only weakness. Alright. So, if you're doing that tunnel method I just showed, this is what your opponent's seeing as it's going out. It's pretty wild. They're like up here trying to shoot at you and whatnot. Oof, my edits. Yeah, they're up here trying to shoot at you. They gotta shoot at least a shit ton to fucking break through. They're just trying to clean off this one layer, dude. That's a lot of fucking... It's almost 2 clips worth. But if you're doing it, it's like so low effort. I'm just spamming builds right now. And all of a sudden, boom, bang, I pop up. You're like, whoa, what the hell? He's getting wild with it. That's why I think it's funny. Alright, this is what I think is hilarious right now. It's that no one wants to do pre-edits because it's like lame or some shit like that. Or like maybe just people are stupid. But people like tunnel. Like this is currently the meta. I'll try and explain it to you. They just do this floor ramp, this floor ramp, this floor ramp, this floor ramp, and like yeah, dude, that's real clean and whatnot. That's like 3 blocks. You know, like you ended up using 30 mats for each different layer and all that kind of stuff. But fucking as it goes, I'll try and show you what I can fucking do. Let's just say I just wanted to tunnel. I just wanted to change my floor. We're just gonna do this. I can just do this. Or, excuse me. I can just tunnel like this. Again, this is like only people above me, maybe to my left, they can't shoot me all too well. But when it comes to like people above me, see what they can see, absolutely nothing. Let's say we gotta worry about our people from the side. You're like, oh shit, dude, people from the side right now? What's going on? What's going on? You're just gonna do this, or, excuse me, do this. Look at this, I'm actually having to edit and stuff. Well, what if we want to get even crazier than that? What if we wanted to do this? Put a door on it. Oh my god. Now we're going through. Now we're getting crazy. Oh my goodness. Well, now let's put a floor on it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyways, point explained properly. I could do, if I just wanted to tunnel, I sort of lost my point when I was going on about there. If you just wanted to tunnel, you just do this pre-edit, and you can do this pre-edit. Boom. All of a sudden, you're like doing a 3-part tunnel. No one above you can shoot you. If you're worried about anyone from the side, just increase your walls. They have to open your door to be able to shoot you. So even if your doors, even if every single one of your things is doors, they can't open them unless they do, in which case you're fucked. But we're not worrying about that, alright? It's gonna be hard for them to fucking get to the perfect kill angle, as one would explain. This is the perfect little area. Perfect kill angle where they can see through the whole entire thing. You pretty much just turned a huge block into just a small little portion, all that kind of stuff. And if they're like up here trying to fuck with you and shit, they can't really do much, because you're right here. You're just tunneling through, bro. Cutting that bore. You can put some roofs on top of it if you really wanted to. And while you're at it, you're already putting up your cones. Your cones, except the ramps this time, because you're nasty. Boom. Then all of a sudden, the person's got to deal with a huge... dealing with that. It's just... pre-edits by themselves are broken. There's so many different combos you can do. There's like specific little tips and tricks that you can do so you can get through windows. Like, so many different things. It's hard to explain it all in one short, concise video. But as it goes, pre-edits are the future. Get yourself some. Again, this little floor, corner or diagonal floor is sort of advanced. If you're starting off doing pre-edits, just do this. That'll, like, you can do all this, all the other shit, like all this double door window, or door window, all that kind of stuff. But if you're just starting off, I'd definitely just use this. Because how many times have you gone up a ramp and you're like, oh shit, I did it again. Well, now it's not a problem. Now you can just go through, all of a sudden, your problem is gone. Now you can go up your ramps and spam whatever the fuck you want. Easy peasy. You're never gonna get coned like this. Your ramps are your cones. What are they gonna do? Let's see. Like, look at that. And if somebody cones you, and you already did all the little extra stuff, and you're like, oh shit, my man's coned me, then you just go, oh shit. Whew. You want to close that off, just because, why the fuck not? And then you just dip out. Boom. You're gone. Let's say they coned you again. You're like, oh shit, homie. And then you do your awesome magic trick. Start running again. Hit him with that sick 180. Because you're nasty like that. Oh shit, they coned you again. Oh Jesus, dude, they coned you again. Close this shit off. Oof. All of a sudden, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm freaking out. He's right above me. I have nowhere to go. I have this option. This option. I can go this way. If I wanted to, I could do this. Or, excuse me. If I wanted to, I could do this and go through this door. Or 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 I could do this. Break through that. Put my own cone right there. Just because why the fuck not? And be on my merry way. Or I could hit him with my sick 180s. He'll be freaked out because of how cool I am. And then all of a sudden he's dead because you're like, boom, bang, biddly bop, bow. He's deader than a doornail. Alright, here we go. Oof. Oh shit, I'm getting stuck on stuff. What happens if you get stuck on stuff? Just go the other way. Oh shit, bro, I got stuck on shit again. Oh shit. Artificially getting stuck on stuff. Oh shit. I don't even give a shit what I'm doing. I'm just jumping and pushing forward, buddy. While I'm spamming every single thing I fucking own. Oh man. This is also the reason why I don't like these things. Or I don't like to do this. Because all of a sudden, it makes it a lot harder to go through all this kind of stuff. Whereas if I had a corner, I could just go like this. Still make it through. Also, a little thing that just reminded me of. If you have one of these and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go down here, take a right, put another one of these ramps down, boom, and you're stuck. All of a sudden, you can't move. I mean, you can go forward and back, but in these important situations, you must remember, first of all, rule number 1, never stop moving. But you must remember to crouch and move forward. I know, blasphemous. You wouldn't have to do this if this is just regular ramps. I know. Well, I'll let you in on something. If you just have a regular ramp, it's not going to work. If you have a cone ramp, it does work. Bum, bum, bum. Oh shit, dude. What are you talking about? Cone ramps? In this thing? What the fuck? You can still run? Yeah, but if you have a regular ramp, it doesn't work. If it's like that, it doesn't work. If it's like that, if it's like this, it doesn't work. I'm telling you, if you have a cone ramp, boom, smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. Buttery scotch cream. So you got a door right there. Boom, smooth as butter. So it's finding a good mix of going back and forth between your cones and your ramps. I know what you're thinking, Matt. You spend way too much time playing this goddamn game. I know I do. Random viewer. Fuck you. I do what I want. Alright, so I'm trying to think of any other random things that you can know about. If you have this floor wall stuff, you just do that. Tiny door. If you have this, you can do that. Double window. Double door. Again, reset will just make it a regular wall, so it's perfect as it is. Just a good old standard wall. And let's see. All the other things. Oh yes, moving around in your box. So you got a box. Clearly you can leave, but what if you don't want to leave? What if you're in the box to stay? You're going out, you're dying. Some guy's trying to fuck you up. He's right outside, you can't afford to leave. Since you have all these windows, you can pretty much spam build outside of your box. You can literally just like peek out a little bit, spam build, do whatever you can to get as much real estate as you possibly can. Boom, bang, bop. Where the guy's right there, close that one off. Oh, he's right there, bam. Close that. Oof. Oh shit, there's a dude over here. Maybe it's time for me to go bow, and then go back into my box. I mean, there's pretty much anything you can do. The best part is they're not going to be seeing, like, this open up, and then all of a sudden, like, all this kind of stuff just happened, and someone just edited this wall so it's all colorful and shit. You're like, oh shit, clearly they're going to be right there. Nah, what the opponent's seeing is this little tiny little black speck right here. I'm trying to show you. They're seeing this tiny little black speck. line this up and shoot through this tiny asshole. And they ain't ready for that tiny asshole. They ain't ready for the angles that I am about to provide. They ain't ready to see this. Bop at their toes real fast. That's the best part about this kind of stuff. You're above a person. All of a sudden you can bop them out of this window. Look at this. This is everything you can aim at from this window. Yeah. Of course you don't want to hang out the window. You gotta do all this kind of stuff. I'll try and teach you a really good method to work angles. Alright, so let's say we got this open. All this kind of stuff. All of a sudden, like, you see everything inside this hole. Let's just make it like a nice solid square. So you see everything inside this hole. You have a good angle. Well, let's say I'm like down an angle or down a thing, and this hole's a lot smaller. How do I get back up here? Alright. So now I'm looking through this tiny ass hole right here. So pretty much, you want to work your angle is that it's sort of like panoramic stuff. So you can move around your angle so you can see more through the hole. Again, they're gonna have to follow you. But what a person's seeing through all this kind of stuff, they may see like you peek up your head like right over there, but they're gonna have to like lock onto that. They're gonna have to lock onto that. They're gonna have to lock onto that. Maybe over here because you're fancy like that. They're gonna have to see that. And pretty much what they're gonna be doing is they're gonna be looking straight forward, doing builds and stuff, and then all of a sudden you're right up there through your little window stuff. You're thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put a ramp right here and get through, or whatever the fuck. And he's already shot you 3 times because you weren't paying attention to all these fucking angles, all these little open holes. Could be a guy right there, could be a guy right there, could be a guy right there. Maybe if he's really fancy, it could be a guy right there. Maybe, ooh, right through this angle. Or you could be the guy shooting through this wild, absurd angle that no one would ever think to look at. It's all about finding that perfect angle to just slip it in, you know. The hole is there to be fucked with. Alright. Yeah, I think I've explained it well enough. Let's go fucking try it on some kids. Oh shit, stuck anything? After I do some wild builds. Oof, I fell. That's the one thing you gotta worry about with these things. So you will fall. Any floor edits, if you're right here when you place the floor down, you're gonna fall. If you jump down and then all of a sudden you're like trying to put down your floor and you're like, and you just land right on this thing, you're gonna fall. That's why it's another bonus that if you do this, that you have less area to fall out of the corners. Things to think about. Alright. Yeah. We're gonna leave creative. Try and 1v1 some kids, some online arenas, or just go straight into solos. We'll see. We'll see. Let's try solo. Just mess around in solo. Just mess around a little bit. See if we can catch ourselves a dub. An ever elusive dub. Throw on some domino pack. Alright, we got Poseidon. Poseidon over here. Alright. Damn, these loading screens take forever sometimes. All this time to do my pre-edits. Oh, I'm bad. Didn't hit that head. Alright, time to land at the most awesome spot in the history of ever. My little fucking hideaway. Best spot to land solos ever. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. I've been using this spot for like 2 seasons now. Doesn't ever get worse. If anything gets better. Ooh, we got some competition. Oof. You hate to see it. Guy over here trying to use up my shield and shit. That went really well. I'm a little surprised by how well that went. Ooh, we'll take it. Alright, big money. I was about to dance for my dude over there. Spectating my shit. Why am I carrying 2 shotguns, you may ask? Why? Because I'm awesome. Clearly, y'all have no respect. If you ain't got no respect, then damn, I must say, dude, what the fuck? Alright, where to go? Alright, y'all gotta stop watching me move around and stuff. You're freaking me out. We're gonna go all the way over to Salty because everyone goes to Salty. Green tag. Definitely got some guys over here. That guy's just a henchman. Or is he? That doesn't look like no henchman. my bad. I was really lazy with that kill. I could like give like 2 shits. Could have gone like super crazy with them. Alright. Target acquired. Oh, target switched. Oh shit, some guy's about to steal my kill. Please, sir, get away from my kill. Okay. Please, sir, get away from my kill. Alright. Let's get some more money over here. Clearly. Get over here, trying to get fancy with it. Wow, I'm bad at aiming. Alright. Alright, take that. Just sworn there's like one more dude. Perfect example of being awesome. Oh shit, there's my other dude. Let's go check out this guy's inventory. Some people out here judging me and shit. I don't care. I love myself. Fucking might as well take this. Alright, let's go fucking kill that other dude. Come on, man. A llama. Oh, hell yeah, dude. This game went from like fucking sort of awesome to perfect. Oh, hell yeah. Someone was right here. Someone was right here. They just fucking didn't see it. It's a shame right there. Oh, fucking no. 2 shields? Holy moly. I'll pick up this minis too while we're at it, might as well. Just remember, shields are way more important than health. Oh, hello, dude. Oh my god, you look like a bot. What are you aiming at? Who hurt you? Alright, we gotta find 2 more people before this game ends so we can get that 10. Look at those big dubs. I get shot at right now? I should have just sniped at you. Oh my god, I shouldn't have put that floor down. Yo, buddy. Little disappointed in myself, fucking hell. That was so okay, that was stupid. Fucking kill myself. Wow. Wow. Alright, well, stream, that's about as fucking good as it gets. Wow. That hurt. That hurt my soul. Oh, I gotta ride in the pain real fast. Anyways, y'all get the point of how awesome this shit is. I can't believe I just killed myself like that. Alright, peace.